afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Armstrong State Softball Field on the campus of Armstrong State University for today's NCAA Southeast Regional contest featuring the Carson-Newman College Eagles and the Armstrong State University Pirates. Well, let's meet the teams. First for Carson-Newman, the visitors on the scoreboard, the non-starters. Number 8, Aaron Stanley. Number 13, Alyssa Walker. Number 15, Peyton Bacon. Number 16, Janelle Benzick. Number 24, Michaela Williams. And number 44, Haley Garrett. And now the starters. Leading off, the second baseman, number 26, Abby Fiesinger. Batting second, the shortstop, number 5, Kristen Topple. Hitting third, playing first, number 11, Taylor Scott. Batting cleanup and pitching, number 1, Lacey Reines. Hitting fifth and catching, number 9, Carolyn Levi. In the sixth spot, the third baseman, number 32, Katie Pritchett. Batting seventh, the designated player, number 23, Cheyenne Bowles. Hitting eighth, the right fielder, number 22, Ashlyn Cooper. Batting ninth, the left fielder, number 12, Allie Webster. In the flex for the Eagles and playing center field, number 17, Kennedy Richardson. The head coach for Carson-Newman is Vicki Casey Hollyfield, and she is assisted by Michael Graves. Carson-Newman College Eagles. And now for the Armstrong State University Pirates, the home team on the scoreboard. First, the non-starters. Number 3, Lindsay Stewart. Number 4, Savannah Gladue. Number 5, Bethany Ballard. Number 21, Emily Swafford. Number 18, Sierra Peebles. And number 99, Morgan Dove. Now the starters. Leading off, the left fielder, number 1, Natalie Corbin. Batting second, the third baseman, number 20, Katie Collins. Hitting third and catching, number 8, Logan Harrell. Batting cleanup, the right fielder, number 11, Jane Trescott. Hitting fifth, the designated player, number 7, Autumn Parrish. In the sixth spot, the first baseman, number 12, Hannah Reppert. Batting seventh and playing shortstop, number 15, Macy Coleman. Hitting eighth, the second baseman, number 14, Connor Weaver. And batting ninth, the center fielder, number 19, Taza Williams. In the circle for the Pirates, number 2, Tori Bates. The head coach for the Pirates is Kim Dean, and she is assisted by Megan Connor. Ladies and gentlemen, the umpires for today's game are, at first base, Greg Krebs. At third base, David Bush. And behind home plate, Kevin Spivey. There'll be no anthem today, so we'll just play ball.
Well, good afternoon and welcome to the Armstrong State Softball Field here on the campus of Armstrong State University. We are into Game 4 of the NCAA Southeast Regional number 2, and we have reached our first elimination game of the tournament, as number 2 seeded Carson-Newman and number 3 seeded Armstrong State have reached the win or go home portion of the weekend. Both of these teams dropping the first games of the regional yesterday, and they will meet here today to decide who moves on to our next game today. We have one more game to play here from Savannah. Young Harris awaits the winner of this game to see who will join Pfeiffer in Championship Saturday of the Southeast Regional. For Armstrong State, here in the top of the first inning, senior Tori Bates will be in the circle. Out of Douglas, Georgia, Bates 3-1 with a 2 earned run average, 28 innings pitched. She's given up 20 hits. She has walked 7, struck out 15. Defensively for Armstrong State, who is wearing all maroon today, Hannah Reppert's at first base. Connor Weaver is at second. Macy Coleman at short. Katie Collins at third. Logan Harrell behind the plate, and in the outfield from left to right, it's Natalie Corbin, Tasia Williams, and Jane Traska. Leading off for Carson-Newman, Abby Fiesinger, the second baseman, looks at a first pitch strike, and we are underway. After Fiesinger, it'll be Kristen Topple, the shortstop, Taylor Scott, the first baseman, Lacey Reines, the pitcher, will bat cleanup. As that pitch is outside for a ball. Carolyn Levi, the catcher, bats fifth. Katie Pritchett, the third baseman, bats sixth. Cheyenne Bowles, the designated player, will bat seventh. Ashlyn Cooper, the right fielder, bats eighth. And Allie Webster will be in left field, and she'll bat ninth. Fiesinger leads things off for Carson-Newman, hitting .404, 9 doubles, 5 triples, 10 homers, 38 runs batted in. She had a 2-run home run in yesterday's game against Pfeiffer. Grounder foul over towards the Armstrong State dugout, makes the count 2-2. Carson-Newman trailed 3-0 against Pfeiffer early yesterday, tied it at 3. Trailed 4-3 in the 7th, tied it with a run, but then eventually fell in the 9th inning to the Falcons as that pitch is in the dirt for a ball. And it's 3-2 to the leadoff hitter for the Eagles, Fiesinger. The 3-2 pitch grounded to third. Collins up with it, throws high to first, and it's off the glove of Reppert, and safe at first as Fiesinger on the throwing error by Katie Collins. So the leadoff runner reaches for Carson-Newman. And now Kristen Topple, the shortstop, will bat. Topple, a 5'4" junior out of Roanoke, Virginia, bunts back to the pitcher Bates. Only play will be to first. So the sacrifice successful for Topple, moving Fiesinger into scoring position. And it will bring up the first baseman, Taylor Scott. Scott, 6-foot right-hander out of Huntington, West Virginia. Hitting .298. Grounds this one to short. Coleman looks the runner back at second, throws on to first. And Scott swings at the first offering from Bates, grounds out to short, and there's 2 down. And that will bring up the pitcher, Lacey Reines. Bates' first pitch to Reines, low for a ball. The 5'5" freshman left-hander from Murfreesboro, Tennessee, hitting .363, 12 doubles, 3 triples, a homer, and 36 runs batted in. 1-0 pitch, that is a strike at the knees, and it's 1-1. Reines, the South Atlantic Conference Freshman of the Year and Pitcher of the Year, facing Tori Bates, the senior, who was a first-team All-Peach Belt pitcher last year. Grounder to second. Weaver will take it on 2 hops, throw on to first, and retire the side. Carson-Newman gets a base runner, but nothing else. We go to the bottom of the first. Armstrong State coming to bat. Chad Jackson back with you here at the Armstrong State Softball Field. Bottom of the first, Armstrong State will send this lineup to face Lacey Reines, the left-hander for Carson-Newman. Natalie Corbin leads things off. Katie Collins will bat second. Logan Harrell third. Jane Traska bats cleanup. Autumn Parrish is the DP. She'll bat fifth. Hannah Reppert sixth. Macy Coleman seventh. Connor Weaver eighth and Tasia Williams ninth. As Reines makes her 31st start of the year. Delivers a first pitch strike to Natalie Corbin. Reines 26-6 on the year with a 1.45 earned run average. 212 innings pitched. This is grounded to short. Up with it quickly is Topple. She'll throw on to first for the first out. Reines has given up just 156 hits, walked 43, struck out 230. She threw 172 pitches in the 9-inning affair against Pfeiffer yesterday. And she faces now Katie Collins, the third baseman for the Pirates, the leading hitter for Armstrong State. The junior pops the first pitch foul, and it's 0-1. Collins hitting .369, 5 doubles, 10 homers, 32 runs batted in. She had a double in the 7th inning yesterday against Young Harris. And head coach Kim Dean for Armstrong State asking the home plate umpire to conference, saying that it's possible Levi, the catcher for Carson-Newman, interfered with Katie Collins' swing, but after a quick meeting, play will continue. An 0-1 count on Collins here. The pitch popped in the air down the right field line in foul territory, and that is caught by the right fielder, Ashlyn Cooper. Just stuck her glove out as she was heading towards the fence and makes the grab for out number 2. Did you get that, Adam? All right. So 2 down for Logan Harrell, the catcher for Armstrong State. The sophomore from Pembroke, Georgia, hitting .355, 10 doubles, a triple, 9 homers, 33 runs driven in. Lefty on lefty in this matchup, and Harrell swings and misses for strike 1. One score to update you on from the Dahlonega Regional. North Georgia leads Lenore-Rhine 6-1 in the 5th. That is an elimination game, as that pitch fouled off the end of the bat of Harrell, and it's 0-2. Our earlier score today here, it was Pfeiffer defeating Young Harris 2-1. In the Dahlonega Regional, the winner's bracket score, it was Limestone beating North Greenville 4-1, as that pitch is high and outside for a ball. So we know that Limestone and Pfeiffer will play on Saturday. The rest of today's action determine what other 2 teams will join them, as that pitch is high from Reines, making it 2-2. The 2-2 pitch popped up, but that will get out of play behind the Armstrong State dugout. Armstrong State, 65 home runs this season, but they are the only team in the regional so far without a home run, as there's a big swing and a miss. Harrell way out in front of that off-speed pitch from Reines. 3 up, 3 down go the Pirates. We head to the second. No score between Armstrong State and Carson-Newman. We move to the top of the second inning. Armstrong State and Carson-Newman scoreless. And hitters 5, 6, and 7 in the order for the Eagles. Due up, Carolyn Levi, the catcher, will step to the plate. Levi, 5'5" freshman from Murfreesboro, Tennessee. Grounds this one to short. Coleman takes it on 2 hops. Throws on to first for the first out. And that will bring up the third baseman, Katie Pritchett. Pritchett is a 5'8" junior from Ringgold, Georgia. Hitting .242, 6 doubles, 6 homers, 37 runs batted in. First pitch to her is a strike from Tori Bates. Bates, as I mentioned last inning, a first-team All-Peach Belt pitcher in 2016, but missed the majority of this season with an injury. Came back 2 weeks left in the regular season. Picked up a couple of wins down the stretch for Armstrong State. The 1-1 delivery right over the plate for a strike. It's 1-2. She came in a tough spot of yesterday's game against Young Harris. Bases loaded, nobody out. Gave up a single, but then got out of the inning without any further damage. Unfortunately, that was the winning run as Young Harris edged the Pirates 2-1. Bates, a senior from Douglas, Georgia, has been a part of all 4 regional teams for the Pirates and 2 of the World Series teams. Armstrong State advanced to the World Series. As this is grounded to second, Connor Weaver takes it on the low hop, throws on to first for out number 2, and it brings up the designated player, Cheyenne Bowles. .57 sophomore from Knoxville, Tennessee. Bowles hitting .305, 5 doubles, 3 homers, 25 runs batted in. First pitch to her from Bates is a strike. 0-1 pitch, same spot, and it's 0-2. The 0-2 pitch, swung on and missed, strike 3. And 3 up, 3 down go the Eagles for for the first time in this contest. We head to the second, no score between the Pirates and Carson-Newman. We move to the bottom of the second inning here at the NCAA Southeast Softball Regional. Jane Traska, Autumn Parrish, and Hannah Reppert to bat for the Pirates. Facing Lacey Reines, who delivers a first pitch ball to Traska. Traska was the pitcher for the Pirates in yesterday's game, but playing right field here today against the Eagles. the senior from Glen Ellen, Illinois, hitting .322, 6 doubles, 8 homers, 27 runs batted in. The 2-0 delivery from Rhinus, that is a strike, and it's 2-1. As I was saying last inning, Armstrong State, the top hitting home run team in the Peach Belt and second in the nation in home runs per game, but through now 4 games, as we're in the 4th game this weekend, only team here without a home run. Carson-Newman had 2 in yesterday's game against Pfeiffer. Pfeiffer had 3, and then Young Harris had 1 in our first game today. 3-1 pitch is a strike at the knees. Traska thought it was ball 4, but the count is now full. The 3-2 pitch fouled off behind the Carson-Newman dugout. Carson-Newman and Armstrong State, the 2 most experienced postseason teams in the field. As the 3-2 pitch fouled off again by Traska. Carson-Newman making its 13th appearance in the NCAA tournament. The Pirates have made it 15 out of the last 17 years. As again, the 3-2 pitch from Rhinus, way outside for ball 4, and Armstrong State has a leadoff runner. Here in the second for Autumn Parrish, the designated player. Parrish, 5'2" junior from Monroe, Georgia, hitting .265. 2 doubles, 11 home runs, 36 runs batted in. First pitch to her from Rhinus is a strike. Parrish tied for the team lead in home runs with 11. Pritchett in at third, expecting bunt, but Parrish swinging away and hits this one into right center field, and that's going to fall for a base hit. Parrish will dig for 2, and Traska will hold at third. It is a double for Parrish, and Armstrong State has runners at second and third with nobody out here in the second. So a quick meeting in the circle for Carson-Newman as Parrish delivers her 3rd double of the year. And it brings up Hannah Reppert, the 5th-year senior first baseman from Loganville, Georgia. Reppert hitting .298, 7 doubles, 11 homers, 31 runs batted in. And she grounds this one up the middle. That's a base hit. 1 run will score. They'll hold Parrish at third, but Hannah Reppert's RBI single puts Armstrong State ahead 1-0. So a leadoff walk to Traska, a double by Parrish, a single by Reppert, and Armstrong State leads at 1-0. Now Macy Coleman will bat. The sophomore from Hazelhurst, Georgia, takes a pitch low for ball 1. Coleman hitting .301, 4 doubles, 8 home runs, 27 runs batted in. And again, nobody out in the inning. As the 1-0 pitch grounded up the middle, that's through for a base hit. Parrish scores from third. Back-to-back RBI singles have given Armstrong State a 2-0 lead. And Carson-Newman head coach Vicky Casey-Hollifield out to the circle to talk things over with Rhinus as an Armstrong State team that had 3 hits all game long yesterday against Young Harris have come up with 3 hits in this inning to take a 2-0 lead. By the way, North Georgia leads Lenore Rhine now 8-1 in the 6th inning. Looking to eliminate the Bears. As Connor Weaver will bat now. Weaver, the 5'8" sophomore from Blakely, Georgia. Hitting .274, 6 doubles, a homer, 16 runs batted in. Runners at first and second. First pitch to her from Reines is inside for a ball. The 1-0 pitch, swing and a miss. And it's 1-1. One pitch outside from Reines. Carson-Newman and Armstrong State, as you would expect from 2 programs that have made many NCAA tournament appearances over the years, have met frequently in the postseason. This is the 5th meeting in the NCAAs between the 2 teams. Armstrong holds a 3-1 lead, and the last meeting came in the 2015 regional in Milledgeville. As the 3-1 pitch is popped up in the infield, the shortstop Topple will make the catch. Infield fly rule was in effect. But that is the first out of the inning, and it brings up Tasia Williams.
Center fielder number 19, Tasia Williams.
In that regional at Georgia College, Armstrong State won 12-6 over the Eagles, as Tasia Williams will now bat. She hits one right to the shortstop, and that's going to be a double play, as Topple will throw to first and double off Coleman to end the inning. But Armstrong State scores twice, and we head to the top of the 3rd, 2-0 Pirates lead. We head to the top of the 3rd inning here at the Armstrong State Softball Field. The Pirates leading the Eagles 2-0 in this elimination contest. And for Carson-Newman, Ashlyn Cooper leads things off. Facing Tori Bates, Bates' first pitch is upstairs for a ball. Cooper, 5'11" sophomore from Friendsville, Tennessee. Hitting .250. A double, 3 triples, 4 home runs, and 9 runs batted in. But Torrey Bates' first 2 pitches missed the mark, and it's a 2-0 count. Grounder to third. Collins will throw on to first. She had a little trouble keeping the ball in her glove, but did a nice job extracting it and throwing on to first.
Left fielder, number 12.
And with one down, it brings up the left fielder, Allie Webster. 5'7" senior from Charlestown, Indiana. Webster looks at a strike. Hitting .304 this year is Webster with 4 doubles, a triple, 2 homers, 24 runs batted in. 0-1 pitch, swung on and missed. And it's 0-2. And the 0-2 pitch, a little bit outside, taken for ball 1. 8-2 now the score, bottom of the 6th inning in Dahlonega. North Georgia leads Lenore-Rhine. The 1-2 pitch grounded to short. Coleman up with it, throws on to first. And there's 2 away. So we go back to the top of the order for Carson-Newman. Abby Fiesinger, the second baseman, reached on an errant throw by Katie Collins at third. Was moved to second base on a sacrifice, but stranded there. First pitch from Bates is a strike. Oh, 1 pitch. That's a little low and outside. To the lefty hitting Fiesinger. Next pitch is low for a ball. And the 2-1 pitch fouled off over towards the Carson-Newman dugout. Carson-Newman in all white today, the sleeveless tops and white pants, with the nifty orange, blue, and white socks. Two balls, 2 strikes. The pitch grounded to second. Weaver will throw on to first in time. And 3 up, 3 down go the Eagles in the third. We head to the bottom of the third. 2-0 Pirates lead. We move to the bottom of the third inning. 2-0 Armstrong State with the lead. Top of the order for the Pirates as Natalie Corbin will lead things off. The freshman from Richmond Hill hitting .341 this season. Looks at a strike from Lacey Reines. Corbin 2 doubles, 7 runs batted in. Grounded out to short in the first inning. Oh, 1 pitch, that's low. The 1-1 pitch popped foul behind the Armstrong State dugout for strike 2. And the 1-2 pitch hit to short. Throw on to first in time. That's another great defensive play from Topple. We saw Topple turn a double play last inning. But she trapped the hot shot from Corbin. Threw on to first, and there's one away for Katie Collins, the third baseman. Collins fouled out to right field in the first inning. Swings and misses at the changeup from Reines, and it's 0-1. A 1 pitch fouled on a bunt attempt by Collins. And it's 0-2. Oh-2 pitch grounded to short. Topple can't get it though, and it goes all the way to the fence. And Katie Collins is going to end up at second base. And that's a bad hop single, because that handcuffed her. It came hard off the dirt and kicked up over Topple. And so the Pirates have a runner on second with 1 out. And that will bring up the catcher, Logan Harrell, who hits one into left field. Should be no trouble for Webster, and it's not. Webster makes the catch for out number 2. And it brings up Jane Traska, who drew a walk and scored in the second inning for the Pirates. First pitch is called to strike, and it's 0-1. Oh, 1 pitch called to strike, and it's 0-2.
Can we do it next inning? Like, not in between.
And the 0-2 pitch way outside, taken for ball 1.
You said in between. Yeah.
And called strike 3. Reines strikes out Traska. To end the inning, we head to the 4th. 2-0 Armstrong State leads. Top of the fourth inning we go. Kristen Topple, who's turned in a few nice defensive plays, leads off for Carson-Newman. The shortstop fouls off the first pitch for strike one. Topple executed a successful sacrifice in the first inning. She is hitting .314 this season as Topple. 5 doubles, 4 homers, 27 runs batted in, as that pitch from Bates is high for a ball. Topple is a 5'4" junior from Roanoke, Virginia. The 1-1 pitch grounded to short. Coleman deep in the hole, throws on to first, and there's one away. That's one shortstop taking care of the other as Coleman goes in the hole and throws out Topple for the first out of the inning, and it brings up the first baseman Taylor Scott, who grounded out to short in the first. First pitch bounces in for a ball. .1-0 pitch, that is a strike on the inside part of the plate. Scott hitting .296, hits this one into left field, and Natalie Corbin in foul territory will range over and make the grab for out number 2. And that's the first fly ball out for Bates. She has 9 ground ball outs, 1 fly ball out, 1 strikeout. As with 2 down, it brings up the pitcher Rhinus, who grounded out to second base in the first. First pitch sails in for ball 1. Rhinus, as we said, the South Atlantic Conference's Freshman of the Year and Pitcher of the Year, but obviously well accomplished at the plate as well, hitting .361 this year with 12 doubles. She was the NFCA's first-team All-Southeast Region Pitcher Utility Player, as that pitch is high for a ball. Announced earlier this week by the Coaches Association. Two balls, 1 strike. The pitch from Bates, grounded to second. Weaver can't handle it, and that is going to be an error on Connor Weaver. She was thinking about throwing it before she actually fielded it, and that's the second error of the game on the Armstrong State infield. And it keeps the inning alive for Carson-Newman. So that will bring up the catcher Levi, who grounded out to short in the second. First pitch from Bates is called a ball. Rhinus on at first. She has a pair of stolen bases this season, as that pitch is low for a ball. Two balls, no strikes. Bates with the pitch, and that is hit to second. This time Weaver will just flip it to Coleman for the force at second, and that will retire the side. We head to the bottom of the fourth. 2-0 Armstrong State leads. Chad Jackson back with you here at the Armstrong State Softball Field, bottom of the fourth. Armstrong State leading Carson-Newman 2-0, and Autumn Parrish, who doubled in the second inning, will lead things off for the Pirates. First pitch to her is high for a ball. Parrish has had a penchant for coming up big in the postseason for Armstrong State. As she hits this one into left center field, that's going to fall for a base hit. It will be a single for Parrish, and the Pirates have the leadoff runner on here in the fourth. And it will bring up Hannah Reppert. 2 for 2 now is Parrish on the day, and Reppert, who drove in a run with a single her first time up, bats here. Reines' first pitch is upstairs for a ball. Reppert, 298 average, or 304 average after that hit in the first inning, but an on-base percentage around 480. She has drawn 29 walks this year and has also been hit by 10 pitches. She is among the Peach Belt's leaders in on-base percentage and walks drawn. Two balls, no strikes, the count here. Reines with the pitch, and that is a strike. It's 2-1. Reppert, a second-team All-Peach Belt Conference honoree this year. She was an All-Conference honoree all 4 years. Twice she was a first-teamer, twice a second-teamer, as that pitch is in the dirt. And she was named to the NCAA All-Tournament team at the National Championships last year in Denver. Three balls, one strike, the count here. And the pitch hit in the air to deep right field. This one is carrying, and this one is gone. Hannah Reppert with a 2-run home run, the 55th of her career. And it gives the Pirates a 4-0 lead. And that was opposite field as it was hit down the right field line. And Armstrong State doubles its lead. It's now 4-0. That will bring up Macy Coleman, and as we said earlier, the Pirates were the last team here in the regional to get a home run, but do so here, 66th of the season for the Pirates. As Coleman looks at a couple of pitches outside of the strike zone from Reines. And it's a 2-0 count on Coleman. That pitch is a strike, making it 2-1. Two-one pitch fouled back to the screen. It's 2-2. So the 2-2 delivery from Reines, grounded up the middle, and that's a base hit. That may have taken a deflection off of Reines' leg. But we're going to have time called as Coach Vicky Casey-Hollyfield will come out to talk to Rhinus here. 7 hits for the Pirates as Armstrong State leads it 4-0. And it looks like we are going to have an equipment change here. And we are going to have a pitching change as well. We'll tell you about it when we come back. You're listening to and watching NCAA Southeast Region Softball. The new pitcher for Carson-Newman is the left fielder, Allie Webster, as she will come in from the outfield to pitch. Rhinus will go to center field, and Kennedy Richardson will go to left. Webster this season for the Eagles, 17-6 with a 2.49 earned run average. She's thrown 135 innings, given up 114 hits. She has walked 50 and struck out 135, and she faces Connor Weaver, who bunts this to third, and that's going to roll foul. A late decision by Pritchett to let that ball go, and it did curve foul just before the bag, so it is strike 1 to Weaver. Rhinus pitched 3+ innings, gave up 7 hits, 4 runs, walked 1, struck out 2. Run on first base is her responsibility. As the 0-1 pitch, bunted again by Weaver, but it's foul. And it's now 0-2. Weaver popped out to the shortstop, Topple, in the 2nd inning. The 0-2 delivery from Webster is high for a ball. Macy Coleman on at first. 2 runs in the inning, and Weaver just pokes at that one, fouls it off. So the count remains 1-2. And the 1-2 delivery is high, making it 2-2. It is a final in Dahlonega. North Georgia defeats Lenore-Rhine 8-3 as this is grounded to third, and Pritchett cannot handle it. That would have been a tough play for Pritchett to throw out Weaver anyway, so we're going to give that a hit for Weaver. And with 2 on, nobody out, Tasia Williams will now bat. Williams lined into a 6-3 double play. Her first time up, first pitch to her is high for a ball. That ball got past Pritchett when she tried to grab it. If she had fielded it, she would have had to spin and throw to first to get the left-handed batter, Weaver. As the 1-0 pitch is outside for a ball, and it's 2-0. So 2-0 the count on Williams. And a swing and a miss. Good pitch there from Webster as Williams was fooled. And it's 2-1. Two-one pitch, that's fouled back to the screen. And it's 2-2. And the 2-2 pitch is called a ball. And the Carson-Newman crowd disagrees with the call. 3 balls, 2 strikes. The payoff pitch coming from Webster to Tasia Williams. And that is swung and a miss, strike 3. So Williams strikes out for the first out of the inning. And then we'll go back to the top of the order for Natalie Corbin, who was grounded out to short twice in this game. Macy Coleman is on at second. Connor Weaver's on at first. Corbin shows bunt, does not offer, and takes the pitch for a strike. It's 0-1. One pitch, grounded back to the pitcher. There was no one covering third. Pritchett gets there. Initially, it looked like her foot was off the bag, but she does apply the foot to the base. And it looks like gets the out, but we are going to have a conference here with our 3-man officiating crew. By the way, our umpires for this game, Kevin Spivey behind the plate, Greg Krafts at first, David Bush at third. Initially, Pritchett missed the bag, but then it looked like on the second attempt did tag the bag in time to beat the runner Coleman from second. And now they're going to say it was safe. So the bases are now loaded with 1 out. That will go down in the books as a fielder's choice. And Carson-Newman head coach Vicky Casey Hollyfield is going to have a discussion with our umpires here. So our discussion continues here. I think Coach Hollyfield arguing that the third base umpire had the best angle. It was right in front of him. But maybe didn't see where Pritchett's foot was when she tried to tag the bag. And so the discussion is ended, and again, bases are loaded here with one out for Katie Collins, the third baseman for Armstrong State.
Third baseman Katie Collins.
Collins doubled her last time up on a bad hop grounder that got through the left side of the infield. She swings and misses at the first pitch from Webster for strike one. No balls, one strike. The pitch from Webster popped up, foul territory. This is playable, and the first baseman, Scott, makes the play. And Collins has a couple of words to herself as she heads back to the dugout. But now, 2 down in the inning, and Logan Harrell will bat. She is 0 for 2 in this game with a strikeout and a flyout. First pitch to her is fouled off for strike one. Macy Coleman is on at third, Connor Weaver at second, Natalie Corbin at first. The 0-1 pitch outside. Webster doing a good job keeping the ball down since she has come in relief of Rhinus. One ball, one strike. The pitch swung on and missed as she chased one well outside of the zone, and it's 1-2. The 1-2 pitch outside, it's 2-2. And the 2-2 pitch again, Harrell almost offered at it. It was in the dirt, but it's taken for a ball, and now it's a 3-2 count on Harrell. And again, no place to put her. Three-two pitch fouled off as Harrell pulled the inside pitch and got a piece of it. Allie Webster with the payoff pitch. Grounded to first, and easy play for the first baseman, Scott. She'll trap it and step on the bag and get the out. Armstrong State adds a pair, though, on the 2-run home run by Hannah Reppert. We head to the fifth, 4-0. Armstrong State leads. Top of the 5th inning, Katie Pritchett will lead things off for Carson-Newman. She'll be followed by Cheyenne Bowles. And Ashlyn Cooper, Tori Bates delivers a first pitch strike. And it's 0-1. Pritchett grounded out to second base, her first time up. Next pitch from Bates is low for a ball. 4-0, Armstrong State trying to keep its season alive here. In this elimination contest, Carson-Newman is trying to do the same as that pitch drops in for a strike. The first team out in the Southeast Regional in Dahlonega is Lenore Ryan. They were eliminated by North Georgia. As this is grounded off the glove of Bates to Coleman. Coleman throws on to first. It's a 1-6-3 ground out for the first out of the inning. The last game of the day up in Dahlonega will pit North Greenville against North Georgia in a rematch of yesterday's first game, in which North Greenville won 2-1. And that will be another elimination game, as this is a high chopper to short. Again, Coleman can't handle it. That would have been a tough play for Coleman to get. And so Bowles is on at first for Cooper, the right fielder. One ball, no strikes to Cooper, who grounded out to third. Her first time up. That pitch low for a ball. It's 2-0. And Coach Hollifield, I think, is going to maybe get a runner at first base for Bowles here. And it looks like it's going to be number 24, Michaela Williams. So with a 2-0 count on Cooper, Michaela Williams will run at first. Two-0 pitch from Bates right over the plate for a strike. And it's 2-1. And then the 2-1 pitch bounces in and gets away from Harrell. So the wild pitch will move Williams into scoring position at second. And it's a 3-1 count on Cooper. And then this one is hit into right field. It is a single and an RBI for Cooper. And Carson-Newman gets its first run of the ball game. It's 4-1. Cooper hit it about halfway up the fence in right center field. And if you thought a team like Carson-Newman was going to go away quietly, you were mistaken. This is a team that has scored 323 runs this season. They can hit, and Cooper gets the Eagles on the board with the single. And the 1-0 pitch to the pitcher Webster is fouled off. It's 1-1. Webster grounded out to short in the third inning. There's one down. We're in the top of the fifth. 4-1 is our score. And the 1-1 pitch is a strike. It's 1-2. And the 1-2 pitch is grounded to short. Coleman goes to second and gets the lead runner. And that was the only out that Coleman could have gotten when she smothered that ball in the hole at short. So that's the second out of the inning. And we go back to the top of the Carson-Newman order for Abby Fiesinger. And she grounds this one to third. Collins will throw on to first, and that will retire the side. Carson-Newman gets a run, but we head to the bottom of the fifth. 4-1 our score. Chad Jackson back with you here at the Armstrong State Softball Field. 4-1 is our score as we head to the bottom of the fifth inning. Jane Traska, Autumn Parrish, and Hannah Reppert due up for the Pirates as Traska will bat against Allie Webster, who begins her second inning of work. She came in relief of Lacey Reines. And Webster delivers a first pitch strike to Traska, who has walked and struck out in her 2 plate appearances. The 0-1 pitch outside for a ball. And the 1-1 delivery, that's low. As we said earlier, Armstrong and Carson-Newman have met now 5 times in NCAA postseason play. It's the first time, however, that Armstrong and Carson-Newman have met in Savannah. As the 2-1 pitch is popped up down the left field line, and the left fielder in foul territory, Kennedy Richardson, will make the grab for out number 1. So 1 down for Autumn Parrish. Parrish has doubled and singled today. Grounds this one foul down the third base line for strike 1. First time the 2 teams met was in 2006. Armstrong won 3-2 in NCAA regional play. The teams then met 3 times in 2011, with Armstrong winning 9-2 and 3-2, but Carson-Newman winning 8-4 as there's a swing and a miss for strike 2. Carson-Newman then won 7-1 in 2012 in tournament action, regular season tournament action. The 0-2 pitch to Parrish, low for a ball. And then Armstrong won 3-0 in 2014, and then we talked about the game in Milledgeville in the 2015 regional, won by the Pirates 12-6. The 1-2 pitch bounces in for a ball. It's 2-2. And the 2-2 pitch swung on and missed, strike 3. And there's now 2 down in the inning for Hannah Reppert.
First baseman Hannah Reppert.
Now I'll bring up Hannah Reppert, who has driven in 3 of the Pirates' 4 runs today. An RBI single in the second and a 2-run home run. In the fourth, the home run, the 55th of Reppert's career. She trails only Alexis Mercer, who had 60 home runs in her 4 years here at Armstrong State. Ground ball back to the pitcher, Webster. She'll throw on to first. And 3 up, 3 down go the Pirates in the 5th. We head to the 6th, 4-1, Armstrong State leads. We head to the 6th inning here at the Armstrong State Softball Field. 4-1 our score. Armstrong State leading Carson-Newman. 2, 3, 4 hitters in the order for the Eagles as Kristen Topple, the shortstop, will step to the plate. Topple is 0 for 1 officially, grounded out to short her last time up. She also has a successful sacrifice today. 1 run, 2 hits for Carson-Newman, 4 runs, 8 hits, 2 errors for Armstrong State. Grounder to short here. Coleman throws on to first, and that's the first out of the inning. And again, Coleman taking care of her fellow shortstop with a nice play in the hole for the first out of the inning, and it brings up the first baseman, Taylor Scott. That is 14 ground ball outs for Bates so far through 5 1/3 innings as the first pitch to Scott is outside. Scott has fouled out to left and grounded out to short. 1-0 pitch, grounder back to Bates. She'll throw on to first. And quickly 2 down for the Eagles in the 6th. And that will bring up the center fielder, Lacey Reines. Again, began the game as the starting pitcher for Carson-Newman, but was lifted in the 4th, made her way to center field to stay in the lineup as that pitch is fouled back to the screen for strike 1. The 0-1 pitch, a strike on the outside corner, and it's 0-2. Pitch grounded to third. And Collins throws low to first, so that'll be another error on Collins. That's her second throwing error of the game. And that brings up the catcher, Carolyn Levi. And Levi is 0 for 2, reached on a fielder's choice to end the 4th, also is grounded out to short. First pitch from Bates is a strike. Oh, 1 pitch, a little bit high, taken for a ball. Foul ball down the right side. That will get into the Carson-Newman bullpen for strike 2. And the 1-2 pitch grounded to second. Weaver will throw on to first, and that will retire the side. We head to the bottom of the 6th. 4-1, Armstrong State leads. Chad Jackson back with you here at the Armstrong State Softball Field, bottom of the 6th. Armstrong State leads Carson-Newman 4-1 in this Southeast Region elimination contest. Macy Coleman, Connor Weaver, and Tasia Williams, the bottom third in the order for Armstrong State to face Allie Webster. First pitch to Coleman is a strike. Since coming in for Reines, Webster has pitched very well, 2 innings of one-hit shutout ball, and she has struck out 2. And the 0-1 delivery. Hit in the air to center field, but drifting back is Reines, but it's over her head. Coleman will pull up into second base with a leadoff double here in the 6th inning. Reines looked like she had a good beat on it, but she just ran into the fence as that ball from Coleman was probably about 5 feet from being out of here. But Armstrong State now has a runner in scoring position, as Coleman now is 3 for 3 today. And Connor Weaver will bat now. Weaver 1 for 2, takes a pitch low from Webster for ball 1. Singled her last time out. She has also popped out to short. And we're going to have a pinch runner for Macy Coleman at second base. Emily Swafford's going to come in and run. So Swafford, the sophomore from Dallas, Georgia, will run for Coleman at second. One-0 pitch bunted to the pitcher Webster. Throw to first is not in time. It is a bunt single for Weaver. Swafford moves to third. And the Pirates have runners at the corners with nobody out for Tasia Williams. And now Savannah Gladue is going to come in and run for Connor Weaver. Coach Casey Hollyfield with some instructions for Webster as well as the infield, of course, with first and third always the possibility for some movement on the base pass, especially with nobody out. Savannah Gladue at first. We'll watch her as Tasia Williams looks at a pitch, throw down to second, will hang up Gladue, and Gladue is out at second. So the Pirates try to steal a run, but it's Gladue that ends up out at second for the first out of the inning. So the 1-0 pitch to Williams. Big swing and a miss. And it's 1-1. One pitch. Williams shows bunt, but the pitch was down in the zone. And it's 2-1. And a 2-1 pitch, pop foul, but that will get out of play. It's 2-2. So 2 balls, 2 strikes. And called strike 3 as Webster has a nice off-speed pitch that freezes Williams for the second out of the inning, and now Webster 1 out away from getting out of the jam. Remember, it was first and third, nobody out. But now Natalie Corbin will bat. She reached on a fielder's choice her last time up. First pitch is a strike, and it's 0-1. No balls, 1 strike. The pitch from Webster low. Swafford at third. She came in as a pinch runner for Coleman when Coleman led off this inning with a double. One pitch grounded to third. Throw to first in time, and Carson-Newman gets out of the jam, but we are headed to the 7th. Armstrong State leads 4-1. We head to the 7th, and for Carson-Newman, Katie Pritchett will lead things off. Pritchett 0 for 2 is grounded out to second, and grounded out 1-6-3 her last time up on a high chopper that hit off of the glove of Tori Bates, went to Macy Coleman at short. Coleman then threw on to first to record the putout. 1-0 pitch is a strike. And it's 1-1. Bates, 67 pitches, 46 for strikes. The 1-1 pitch, that's outside for a ball. Again, the winner of this game will face Young Harris at 4 o'clock or thereabouts, depending again when we end this game, as that is hit down the right field line, and that is going to be a base hit for Pritchett. And Carson-Newman gets the leadoff runner on here in the 7th on the single by Pritchett. And we're going to have a runner at first, it looks like. And so it will be number 13. Walker running. So Walker at first, and Bowles will bat 1 for 2 with a single in her last at-bat. First pitch from Bates is a strike, and it's 0-1. And the 0-1 pitch outside for a ball. 4-1. Carson-Newman needs 3 to keep this game going. As the 1-1 pitch is a strike, and it's 1-2. The 1-2 pitch outside for a ball. It's 2-2. And the 2-2 pitch is grounded to second. They'll go to short for 1. Weaver to Coleman. Coleman can't make a relay throw. It does get the first out of the inning, though. And we're going to have a runner at first for Bowles, as the flex player Richardson's going to come in and run for her. The old free substitution. So 1 down, a runner on first, and Ashlyn Cooper will bat. She hit a long single to the fence in right field that drove in Carson-Newman's run in the 5th. She fouls the first pitch off here for strike 1. Cooper is 1 for 2 in the game. Oh, 1 pitch, that is a strike from Bates, and it's 0-2. And the 0-2 pitch down and away. That's been the location mostly for Bates when she's gotten the 2-strike counts. She's wanted to work the outside part of the plate, especially on the 0-2 counts. As the 1-2 pitch grounded to short, Coleman to second for 1, on to first, but Breppert got pulled off the bag by the throw from Weaver. It was almost a game-ending double play, but another fielder's choice. Makes it 2 outs in the inning, and it brings up the pitcher, Allie Webster. Bates's first pitch, chopped foul at the plate by Webster, and it's 0-1. Webster reached on a fielder's choice her last time up. She is also grounded out to short. Oh, 1 pitch hit in the air to right field, but Jane Trasco will make the grab, and Armstrong State survives and advances here in the Southeast Regional, winning at 4-1 over Carson-Newman. Carson-Newman is eliminated, and fans, we're going to keep the cameras rolling for the presentation of the participation medals, so stay tuned as Carson-Newman will receive their medals here on the field, and we'll be back with Game 3 as Armstrong State will take on Young Harris. Looking at about 4:10 for the first pitch between the Pirates and the Mountain Lions.
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention please. At this time, we would like to recognize the participants of the 2017 NCAA Southeast Softball Regional. Presenting the participant medallions will be NCAA site rep Brittany Bennett. From Carson-Newman University, the players are third base junior Aaron Stanley, outfielder and junior Alyssa Walker, outfielder and sophomore Peyton Bacon, first base and sophomore Janelle Benzick, shortstop and freshman Michaela Williams, outfielder and freshman Haley Guerin, pitcher and freshman Lacey Reines, shortstop and junior Kristen Topple, catcher and freshman Carolyn Levi, first baseman and freshman Taylor Scott, pitcher and senior Allison Webster, outfielder freshman Kennedy Richardson, outfielder and sophomore Ashlyn Cooper, catcher and sophomore Cheyenne Bowles, second base freshman Abby Fiesinger, third base junior Katie Pritchett, assistant coach Michael Graves, and head coach Vicki Hollyfield. Congratulations on a great season. Let's give all these outstanding student athletes a round of applause.